Well, I'll give you this. Well, shift so. But here's the thing. Let them tell them if you. Well.
I am an outcast.
Fascinating. You may not know, but I suspect the Kaya whispers her word to the The fields of Kunacht are dying, their lifeblood drained by the creeping weirdness. If the crops fail, the people starve properly. It's not the perfect solution, but it's a start. And if the people see that You've seen them around, no doubt. They're simple enough in appearance, but the knowledge to but be cautious. Those who keep such knowledge don't part with it easily, but I'm sure a druid would be ideal, of course. They hold the deep, but there may be others who might help. Furket, if not him. Legate Denholm won't be pleased. He prefers the weirdness cloak, but this isn't about his ambitions. Help me do this. Good. I knew you. Once you have the lanterns, they need start. Then, without their harvest, we'd be in serious trouble. Position.
It's nice to have a break.
No need for that, is there?
What brings you this?
Yes, I've already heard his. Of course. There's more to this than just glowing fields and happy farmers. Kunacht is a perfect transfer point for us. Priests, supplies, if the men here were moved, or if its strength were undermined, we'd lose. And believe me, the church doesn't give up advice. So, yes, helping the farmers improves our standing. But don't mistake it for charity. We need this town stable. You've done well, but remember, everything here, sir. A noble sentiment, I'll give you that. But safety is fleeting, my friend. It's the force. Still, you're right. The people are safe, and that's not nothing. Now, given that you've proven yourself eager to help the people of Kunacht, that's what I like to hear. Simple, practical. This is for Lily, a really religious girl not far from here. I'd go myself, but my duties keep me tethered.
Oh, hello there.
Is there anything I can... A letter from Brother Fob. Oh, stupid bastard! What am I What I need right now is to punch someone. I'm not sure. This is so embarrassing. But if... Right. So, Fabius and I, we love each other. I haven't told him yet. I was really hoping he'd come. Ludger did. Like a damn hound sniffing out my misfortune. Now I can't go to Fabius, and I can't go to Nyonte because... She has those herbs for women when they're in trouble. I really want to keep this baby. Knot is small, and the people here... Well, you've met Ludger. I wouldn't have a moment of peace. I don't even want to... I'd rather end it... I really want to tell him, but now... And go where? With what? Should I risk... I'd like there to be, I think. But I don't even know where to start. I've heard still, if you do find something. Thank you.
I haven't seen you at prayers lately.
Is that...
What? You think I came here to bring news from your lover? I don't know who you've been spreading your legs for. But if you tell me, I'll happily let him know.
Shut...
This isn't over, Lily. The truth will come out, whether you like it or not.
I'm a bit...
And Fabius is the father, isn't he? The shining star. Yes, I know about them. Lily was once a devoted follower of the All-Mother. Then, poor girl. It's no easy thing. Yes, I can. If she wants to keep the child, the priestesses of the Titan Steps can take her in, care for her, and ensure both mother and baby are safe. It won't be easy. But she won't have to. But if she isn't ready for that path, there are other options. I can prepare herbs to help. Common enough. I'll give you the list. Tell her the All-Mother's light shines brightest in the darkest of times, and or
Spare a coin for the hungry.
I hope I'll feel... What other option? What do you mean? But I'd have to leave my whole life behind. I'd be alone among strangers. I've never even been outside Kunot. I don't know if I can do this. Do you think I should go with them? Do you really think so? Then maybe I was wrong about the All-Mother. Maybe she really is watching over us, but only shows up to help when we stumble. All right, I'll go to the priestesses. I'll work hard, stay out of trouble, and make sure my baby has everything it needs. Thank you for giving me this chance, and for reminding me that I don't have to face this alone. That means a lot to me. If you ever need a place to stay, you're welcome to use my house and anything in it. I doubt I'll be able to take much with me anyway.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Good. Let's see if the All-Mother's still got... Here, it's ready. Give this to Lily. Tell her it's her choice to make, but she doesn't have to face it alone. They all... Go with her blessing. Or...
Here.
Startled me.
Welcome, please, for... Each generation... Eadbert has always been caught. And I've... I know. That's what makes... I love... Compromise how? Leave my ancestors... But I... Fear can be overcome. Our ancestors... Eadbert... But the Mene... How but if even... Lord, his well... Action without wisdom... I believe hope...
You startled me.
The road's blocked.
Certainly.
Changed him. What do you require? I assume he fell victim to his own pride and tried to make himself immortal. Typical. That man had no... I'm glad the matter has been handled. I'll even give you something extra for your trouble. And what about his research? The Forebloom? That's incredible. I'd heard the legends, but this journal shows there's truth in them. And Calum, for all his madness, might have been... Ah, I see. So it was all for nothing. I won't lie, I was as... Ah, you're right. Tomorrow's another day. Each of us has our own... May Mother's strong arm embrace you. There's nothing more for us to do together. It's time for you to spread your wings and follow your own path. And if that path leads you to find Phaedros, then your career with the guild will keep... Last I heard, he'd take... And yes, my little owl, you're off to find another mad alchemist. Don't worry about me. I'll focus on my own. May Mather's strong arm embrace you. What do you need from me, Mathers? What do you need from me? Me,
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
I can see Niante's hand in all of this. Still, it's not such a terrible outcome. At least they'll be safe and cared for. I may not like the All-Mother and her kind, but I know they won't abandon a girl in need. Maybe I should, but I don't think I'm fit to be a father. I've wanted to be a red priest since I was a boy. There's never been another path for me. I know Lily will love that child with her whole heart, and that love will protect her from regret. I'm not sure I can say the same for myself. That's why I'd rather not be a father at all than risk... Of course I will. You might not believe me, but I do love her. She's so sweet, so lovely. I tried so hard not to think about her, but all it ever took was a smile, a touch, and I was gone. With her, I never had to be anything more than myself. I didn't have to try so hard, not like I do every day. To her, I was just Fabius. Of course I'll miss her. But what we had was a foolish dream, one that was never going to last. This is better for both of us. Thank you for being there for her when I couldn't be. I won't forget it.
Oh, hello there.
Ah, you must be the one I've heard so much about. The kind that reshapes institutions and real Fabian. One must lay the groundwork, build alliance. On parchment, yes. In practice, let's just say the hierarchy of the Red Church is more... Fabius holds the title, but titles are transient. Influence, and in those areas, he's sorely lacking. Let him bask in his authority while it lasts. The tides are shifting, and soon... I'd like to ask you to speak with Anselm, Yvain's major domo. He's a man of considerable... He holds a useful ally, wouldn't you agree? But Anselm is cautious, perhaps even suspicious of anyone bearing the church's seal. I have instructions for him, guidelines to keep the court safe from the plague. Simple, practical advice, but to a caravan. Deliver these to Anselm, along with my message, and he... Fabius, in his infinite wisdom, has forbidden the Red Priests from participating in the matters of the court. That's just how he is. Very eager to maintain his spotless image. Fortunately... Excellent. I knew you'd see potential in this opportunity. Together, the Cara take whatever else you find. Coins, trinkets, that sort of thing. But the sealed crates, they must go to Anselm untouched. Consider it a sign of good faith. Do this and you'll have my gratitude.
What brings you this way?
You're not as important as you think. Now, you think you're clever? Stay out of things You're not as important as you... I don't answer to you.
What brings you this way? Oh, I always knew you had to have survived. Ah, no. Sadly not. I'm so glad you're here now. Oh, no. That honor fell to others. Though I have to say, I do think they were rather... I've heard no one had much faith in you. But that doesn't excuse carelessness, don't you think? Why, indeed. I have my suspicions. You left so suddenly. Your case was in chaos. Incomplete notes, no one willing to... That said, I do know a few things about what happened to you. And, more important, I'd need to dig through my notes, though. In the meantime, there's some... Not at all. You're a mercenary now, aren't you? Or did I... I simply wish to hire you for your exceptional talent. Straight to the point, I see. Oh, I do like you. You've got a sharp mind. And I'm really glad that it can take something entirely mundane, like, bring me a few of these items, and by then, I should be ready now. Go forth. Goodbye. So to think, you ventured. Yes. It was meant to be the key to curing the Red Death. Of sorts. And you've delivered them in a most satisfactory manner. Those who arranged your escape from the island asylum were also the ones responsible for your capture. I don't know much more. They've always been incredibly secretive. Honest, but then they took you away, before anyone could achieve anything. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble. I don't have. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of... Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural... You see, centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain... Sometimes, that tolerance can evolve into... Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which... I can't say I don't understand. But, if any accident were to befall you, yeah. Abhorrent. I was made to believe that by studying the weirdness and its application, we might be able to... We have suffered failure after failure. And now you're telling me it was by design. That I am not sure where to go from here. Go forth and thrive.
Oh, hello there.
No one sneaks up on me.
Thank you. I'll take it to the seers so they can finally... You've done well. I'm glad you had decided to become one of us. Now your next task will be a bit different. There's a hatchling who was entrusted with a rather delicate mission. His name is Vin. We sent him to Connacht to get close to Legate Denholm. Let's just say Vin is uniquely... The poor boy needs a father figure in his life. And Denholm, well, he has his own regretful past. You'll have an occasion to help build a happy family. No. Vin must continue his mission. You see, Legate Denholm is a strong candidate for becoming a knight, but he has his own mundane concerns. He regrets not having an heir to carry on his name. Vin was supposed to position himself as the son Denholm always wanted. The son he could still have, provided he form... We want this to happen, and it is your responsibility to ensure... What Vin wants is of little importance. Besides, he'll be spending the rest of his life in luxury. I really don't... See that... Go. Fly to Connacht.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Sorry, I've got no... You're with the children. Shit! Listen, please don't kill me. I can explain. I've been working on it, I swear. I think Legate Denholm might actually be my father. I caught him giving me this strange look once, so I asked if something was wrong. He said he used to have a son but lost him young. Said the kid would be at my... So I asked how it happened, and Denholm told me. The weirdness got them. Swallowed their entire village. I wasn't with them. And that's exactly what happened to me. Except I survived because my mum told me to run before the weirdness came. I was 6. I don't remember much. Just my mum looking terrified and telling me to run to the town. Promising I ran until my legs gave out. Stopped only when I reached the gates. That's when I realized she'd lied. I spent years on the streets after that. But it all lines up. Denholm's local, just like me. If I could remember where my village was, I bet we'd find something to prove it. But it is. I swore to myself that if I ever found that bastard, I don't even remember having a father. It was always just me and Mum. He probably got what he wanted from her and left. Fine. Maybe he didn't. But he still wasn't there when— and now the children say he doesn't deserve any of it! Of course not. What could he even say? Sorry wouldn't— honestly, and shit. I really wanted to succeed in this mission. The children gave me a heart, but if it's really him, I can't go into this blind. Not knowing would eat me alive. You do that, and you tell me the truth. Fair enough. Well, at least you haven't killed me. Thanks.
Didn't expect to see you here. I'll await your return. They thought it might be easier for me to connect with the locals, since I used to live in a village nearby, but along with my wife and son. My friends told me they buried them. Not that I could. After the weirdness and the Red Death swept through the village, I wasn't there. I was busy trying to make a name for myself in the army. I kept... well... You would do that. Weird lanterns, you say? Of course, that sounds like Fabius. Mark my words, whatever he's promised you, there's more to it. Fabius doesn't lift a finger. I don't... What isn't he hiding? Fabius wraps himself in the guise of charity, but every move he makes serves the lantern. I'll await your return.
Put that away before you regret it.
okay?
Spare a coin for the hungry. Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
You're back. But I was so sure. Shit! Damn, I almost got myself killed. How could I be so stupid? Am I even cut out for this mission? You're right. Though I guess there are plenty of bastards like him in Camelot. But with us, the children there, they'll all pay sooner or later. I just can't let myself forget who my true family is anymore. Thank you. Tell Self that success is close. I'll make sure I make you proud. All of you.
You lost, or what? You... what? Why? And you think... what? That my son might still be alive? I don't know whether to thank you or run you through for meddling with my family's grave. But if what you're saying is true, then there might still be hope. And maybe you're not wrong. You've given me a lot to think about. Oh, you managed to extract coherent information from that In any case, this truly is good news, especially for us. A ritual that works on one menhir should work on all of them. You must bring the tablets to me, not to him. We'll use them in Camelot for many menhirs, ensuring the safety of nearly the whole population of Avalon. If you give them to Maggot, only Cunoct would benefit. Do you really want to doom all of Avalon for the sake of one small town? I'll await your return.
You sure about that?
That's wonderful news. Believe. Now we'll inform Yvain that everything is ready. We're packing up the menhir and heading for Camelot. Let's meet in the audience chamber.
If I just... Everything will be okay.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
I should stay out of trouble. Do you need some?
It's over, Lord Yvain. The time has come to take the menhir. If you care for your people, prove it. The menhir is fading, and there's no way to reignite it. You know perfectly well that this is the only option.
I know the menhir is fading, and nothing can stop that. But its powers, I haven't yet exhausted every means to bring it back to life.
And how exactly do you plan to do that, huh? Your druid is useless, and I've never heard of any way to restore a menhir's power other than Merlin's old ritual.
You're right. The rituals are lost. But the menhir, at least until I return from the expedition for the Holy Grail. That is Camelot law. An ancient one that neither you nor any of the Knights of the Round Table can break.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? But hear this. If the menhir's power is completely depleted, we'll have no choice but to leave for Camelot. Protecting the lives of Camelot's subjects takes precedence over any holy mission. That's King Arthur's decree.
I am aware. But you have no authority to order a return to Camelot until the menhir has completely faded. I know the old laws, Denholm. That's why I choose to evoke them. will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Kurnacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise. Stay and see if you can talk some sense into him. If he's set on this expedition, well, if he's so...
I'm sorry you had to... You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the men here as long as I lead the expedition. Once again, I need your help. And I'm prepared to... People I can trust. Those prepared to otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before... And... I have no idea. But I also have no other choice. I will find the Grail or die trying. I owe it to my people. Those who still believe. My only regret is that I acted so late. Denholm is right. If we fail to return with the Grail in time, the people of Kurnacht will be forced to leave for Camelot. I suppose I brought it on myself with my indecision. When Camelot came and began pillaging all resources, I stayed silent, though I shouldn't have. At the time, I thought I had no choice. If I refused Camelot's forces, I risked bringing war to Kurnacht, but I also couldn't bring myself to order my people to leave outright. You can't live your life trying to balance on the fence. But that's exactly what I did. I hoped everyone would be happy. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. It's hard to say, and that only proves how much I've... Thank you. And what...
Stay quiet. Stay safe.
You sure about that?
I'll await...
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Gold. The true...
Oh, I know. A little bird told me he'd already taken the final step. I'm sure Vin is quite good at that. It would have been a waste to see such talent. He needn't have worried. Maybe. When he's older and has learned, I've nothing against a bit of old-fashioned revenge. He needs to see the bigger picture first. But enough of this. I want you to make your way to the Forlorn Swords. High in the mountains there. Well, that's for you to find out, isn't it? Both. Yes. Now...
Now, of course, we need to head to now.
No need for that, is there?
It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Hey?
So, it's done.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Mynheer belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I am the Lord of Connacht, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Kurnacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard once again. I need your help. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the bike. Otherwise, the expedition is... you see. Here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own. No one can dissuade the seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield. It also ensures the people of Kurnacht have the right to remain on their land until I'm back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all. I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if, by some miracle, we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law. And by Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Kurnacht is enough for me. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled. Then there's... You might also speak with Maggot, since the two of you have been... A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Menhir is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on them. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Kurnacht. For some, approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you. And whether they agree or not, I'd rather you didn't.
Stay quiet, stay safe. Good to see you. Go on then.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Oh, Mother.
Beor's fully recovered. He's and, well, to be honest, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm proud of him, but you didn't hear that from me. You've done right by me, so I'll give you some advice. This whole expedition is madness, and I'll admit, I'm glad these old I might not think much of our Lord, but I won't turn my back on him when he needs help. This isn't just about him. Tell Yvain he can count on me. Even if...
Really? What for? Ah, yes. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. You know, recent events have really given me a turn. Besides, I have this feeling. Tell Yvain I'm ready to join.
Nice to see you.
I should stay out of trouble.
I know. I already... I'm not... I don't... I will... Well, surely she's been... Oh. Very... I cannot... That's my...
Just keep your head down.
What news? Before I depart, know this. You brought... Be the shield that watches over Connacht.
I should stay out of trouble.
I know, honestly. I don't... I will... Well, surely... You're the one who spoke with her. I don't have my records. Besides, it was...
I should stay out of trouble.
I know, honest. I'm not... I wouldn't be surprised. We all... Well... Oh, very... I can't... That's... What news? You've done me before. Be the shield that...
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now.
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again.
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility? I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon, and may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come. Isn't an object. It's the blood the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades. Palamedes understood. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lordy, I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend. But what we've seen so far? People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles. All I've seen here is fear, indecisive, and when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate. Then, if you cannot protect. We gave our people peace, but they've come to take it for granted. Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Let's move to the forlorns.
Ah, you need something. You've come back. Let's hear what needs addressing. Go on then.
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for this insubordination.
I have never been more certain of anything in my life. This is the only way.
Fine. Do as you will. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. You missed the show. Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave them in these dire times. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess you made, Yvain. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old friends. Said he'll wait nearby.
Greetings, friend of our house. What may I do for you today? As soon as the necessary preparations are complete, With any luck, it won't take much longer. Ansem will soon. I do not know when or if I will return. Kurnocht and its people must... I cannot say for certain. But I have faith that Ansem will manage. Truth be told, since Maeve's passing, I've been all too aware of how much I've neglected my responsibilities. Camelot will keep the peace in my stead. We may not agree on every matter, but I cannot deny Denholm's honor. When I return, it will have to be enough. And so, I thank you once more. House Terion is... No, wait. I am personally deeply... Really? I hope he supports my decision to embark on the quest for the Holy Grail. Although, in truth, it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll stand by it. Whether my well, and now you are the shield of my people. I trust you will ensure that his blessing is not squandered. House Terion ends with me. Lady Maeve was never granted the chance to give me an heir. And I couldn't bring myself to take another wife or continue the lineage while the world I knew crumbled around me. But your words are kind. The story of my family began in glory, and in glory it will end. Farewell.
It is a bold decision, and I am glad he finally made it. It was wise of him to invoke the old laws. Camelot will not dare to break them, and the men here will remain in Kurnocht, at least until the lives of its people are in immediate danger. It's an ancient law I established myself. I am glad you chose to help him. With company like this, his mission may yet succeed. Even if Yvain does not return, his actions will be remembered. Of that, I am certain.
I wasn't expecting company. Greetings. Farewell.
What do you want? And? But the inn stays closed? Figure. I'd thank...
Well, well. And here. Go to this place. No. If you want to know the truth about the man pulling the strings, it's the house of someone I once called my employer. Orin. The same one whose plans got you out of the island asylum. I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye on certain things. No, not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's soul. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords. In the Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain everything patiently. Depending on how he feels about... Oh, you'll see. How would I know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory is a... But don't worry. They've got bigger problems at the moment than you sneaking off. Once you're done, meet me at the charred con... That's where we'll finish this.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done... My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives. My king, I understand. My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. But their sacrifice was not in vain. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
Might have been, but I don't recall us. Merle, it is, but Orin. I'm not ready to answer you. In the end, Orin's opinion may not even matter. Honestly, I had hoped his discoveries might help me recover some of my lost memories. Sadly, they did not. I remember what Merlin and I chose to do, but it seems
Hello again.
terribly sorry for all... Yes, thank you. I bolted the door. The pen, of course. The beasts were... my test sub... I lured them. They may be built different. That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been encapped, or the weirdness, and nothing. Well, I suppose, given the nature of your encounters with them, you're skeptic. Nonsense. Where else would I Oh, did he? Well, if the guild is so impatient now... You see, weird beast with the pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption. The heart of a Fae. Well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral... I've heard if you bring me its heart, you won't just be doing me a favor. You'll be Me? Of course not. I'm just a scientist. I doubt I'd have survived such an encounter. I've only heard rumors. They might be exaggerated, of course, but I wasn't going to risk my life just to satisfy my curiosity. They are powerful beings that seem to only half belong to Avalon. They are... Splendid!
My, what a lovely mortal he... But of course, you could even say we're quite close. After all, and in return, he promised me a small piece of his sad mortal life. Only it's a bit knowledge, of course. A lofty dream of saving Avalon by filling it with monstrous beings. On the one hand, it sounds delightful. You see, in my realm, mortals can live as long as we wish them to. A few adjustments here and there. Yet you mortals always believe that death is your escape. Phaedros thought it could work on Avalon too. He was only half right, which is why his results turned out... Well, you take a creep, but he kept trying, that fool, and kept returning here, ranting that I tricked him. I gave him the knowledge he craved. Nothing more. How he used it? That's not my responsibility. They were misery given form, driven by instinct and rudimentary intelligence. So, who knows? Maybe they were just regular mortals after all. Oh, my poor sweet thing. That's just how mortals are. They use, they lie, and they'll do anything to save their own skin. Now, don't fret. I don't blame you for falling for Phaedros' little ruse. In fact, how about we make a deal? How about I give you a little something, and you take it straight to his hidey hole? Then he can bear the consequences for trying to fool us both. What do you say? Oh, I see. Phaedros is being quite the foolish man, thinking he can hide from me. Well, truth be told, he is succeeding at the moment, but I am nothing if not patient. Still, when an opportunity presents itself, it would be foolish not to take it. Very well.
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle. I'm Alma, the alchemist. I won't deny I'd have preferred to meet, although, in my defense, if we're Phaedros' reckless experiments had to be stopped. The guild warned him
Mama. I can and the, or but it's a bit. He swore to leave Avalon for 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days. Exactly. I can't understand why he's making such a fuss. Time here flies by so quickly. Unlike in the court, where a year... Oh, maybe he's not as foolish. Knowledge, of course. A lofty dream of saving Avalon by... You see, yet you mortals always fade... Well, there is... But he... They were misery give... So... I gave him the... How he... Oh, my poor... Now, how about... Then he... Oh, I see. Phaedros is being quite the foolish man. Well... Oh, wonderful. Here, take my eye. Bring it straight to Phaedros. And he'll be... him! How could you? He was mine to punish, mine to torment. We had a...
I'm sorry, but Phaedros misled you. He belonged to the guild, which means his life and his services weren't his to give away.
What? That can't be true. I never saw any of his supposed masters with him.
That's because he escaped our supervision and has been hiding from us ever since. Any deals he made in that time are void, and the punishment for disobedience...
I see. You mortals are You. Did you know about this? Of course not. Just once I'd like to meet a mortal who's not completely useless. Reward? What reward? You... Fine, fine! Take your reward. I hope it serves you well. I'm done dealing with mortals. With any luck, you'll all be dead in a century or so.
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle. I'm out. I won't deny I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances, or that Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The guild warned... Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. It's not, believe me. Taking measures like this, Phaedros was a threat. First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. And then we'll talk about... Now, that's That's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not... You seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor. Tell me, what made you join the guild? A noble goal, right? I feel the same way. And I'd like to believe that everyone in the guild thinks the same, but anyway, what... I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lance. I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have, it involves extracting brain matter. But before you even get to that part, you'll need to... I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nokalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as a bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles. Each one ties into my field of study, and as the Red... Lately, situations like this have been happening, or crossing them results in a... That's my role. Let's just say, I'm a bit more... Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say while working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging. If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. I assume it all depends on perspective, then so that it operates based on different needs and perceives it. All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who men here with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than unfortunately. The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alp. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we... It's hard to say. While we... Many... Until next time.